Hey y'all, Avery here's Southern Fried Knowledge. Whew, damn it's humidity in hot Atlanta. It's stickier than a porcupine's ass with Velcro on it, I tell you what. Um, Working on this van, trying to get it cleaned up and ready to sell. That's right, done told y'all if you've been around a while that I ain't started cleaning it up. It's about to rain. It's been trying to rain all day. It's trying to rain right now because I'm trying to stretch some plywood out here. Now the raindrops are falling. I'm gonna drag this out here and cut it. And now it's gonna rain. Love it. That's it's about how it goes around here, y'all. Why am I cutting a piece of plywood? Why is he cutting a piece of plywood, you say? Well, if y'all remember, I told y'all I had a little plan. I thought I was buying a Hyundai Santa Cruz. Work out of a little truck a little bit. We're gonna have to move this plywood that it's sprinkling on the ground right now. Let's see what it's gonna do for the next minute or two. Anyway, my first thought was to buy a Hyundai Santa Cruz. Cute little truck. Ain't got but about 4 foot of bed. You have to get one with a rolling canopy in the back that covers it up. A hard surface thing. Got to finding out that they don't keep things perfectly dry, but maybe dry enough I could work out of them with totes. I've got myself some totes going on out here. Those are actually going to be my sawhorses because my sawhorses is trapped up in there in the birdhouse with my table saw that this wouldn't need sawhorses or nothing for. It's way up in here. I can't even get back there to it. It's back there just to the right of that curtain. There's the sawhorses right towards the back. I don't know if you can see them back there. There's some sawhorses. Well, my table saw that's got a stand for it and everything. You know, that is a chop saw that I'm looking at right there, but the table saw's back over there in that corner. Trust me on that. I'm telling you, there's a table saw over there. A good one. I just can't get to it. I'm gonna have to pull my plywood back in there. Where was I? So we was gonna buy a Santa Cruz. Now I was trying to buy something a little older, maybe a 22 to a 24 model. That was my thinking, so save a little bit of money because I'm trying to retire where I don't have to keep having car payments out the bahooties. And I said, well, that Santa Cruz ain't gonna pull this cargo trailer for the next year or two. I'm probably gonna have to pull this cargo trailer. If you can't hear it, it's that air conditioner, blame it. Anyway, so I got this cargo trailer right here. When you load that down, a little tiny baby pretend truck ain't gonna pull that thing, and I wouldn't expect it to. It's a 2.5 turbo 4-cylinder. So then my next thought was, well, if I'm just doing big jobs and pulling my trailer and stuff, I'll get something old and heavy duty that'll pull a trailer once in a while. It's going to be parked in my yard for a little bit. So what did I do? I run out and bought a 2017 Nissan Armada, which is their biggest SUV. You step up from the Armada to what I've got, which is the NV, which you could pull a house with this thing. I'm telling you, this thing's bear tough. Yeah, I've pulled. It's got a 5.6 V8. It's bigger than any V8 that Ford makes now, and Chevy, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so I was gonna, and that thing gets 11 miles to the gallon, and it's a commercial vehicle, and my payment on it was $650 a month. Commercial insurance on it was $660 something a month. So there's over $1,300 wrapped up every month in that one. Not to mention it gets 11 miles to the gallon, and gas is over $4 a gallon. So y'all start doing the math. I had to fill it up every other day, $80 to $100, 2 or 3 times a week. That starts soaking in right there. This is just say $250 a week if I'm having a light week. That's $1,000 a month on gas. $1,300 a month on payments. $2,300 a month it cost me to operate that thing. So I said, well, I can get out from under this commercial insurance. So I switched to the Armada. It's got the same motor in it. It's only going to get a little bit better. Instead of 11 miles to the gallon, I think it looked like it was getting about 15. Why do I say it looked like it was? Because I had the Armada, bought it a couple of weeks ago, And right after I bought the Armada, and I was okay with it. I'd stopped working with this so I could keep the miles down. This has got under 100,000, but just barely. It's a 99,000 and something. I want to keep the miles down. So I started working out the Armada. I worked out of it 2 days. But in the middle of all of that, after I bought the Armada, and I paid $12,550 something cash for the Armada, very next day I went and put a brand new set of Michelin tires on it, bought new fancy wiper blades because the wiper blades was rotted. I figured I was going to be working out of it a good bit till I could get a Santa Cruz. Middle of all of that, I discovered that the Santa Cruzes, the Hyundai Santa Cruz, had what's called a DCT transmission, dual clutch transmission. And what it interprets to is they're a flaming piece of garbage. You can't do any stop and start driving. They break down. They've had so many recalls on them. And they had those up until the 2026 year. This year's Santa Cruz has the transmission that went into smaller motors that don't break down. They thought they was putting some kind of racing transmission in there with that turbo or something, I guess. And so I was going to have to buy a 2026 wannabe pretend truck, little truck. They're cute looking, don't get me wrong, but I'd have had a little bit of trouble working on it. It's a bit small, and the back seat capacity there, it's a crew cab, but the rest of your crew that sits in the back seat better be some small squirrels, because a man's legs will not fit. There's not even that much. I swear to you, there's not 3 inches leg room from the front seat to where the back seat sits. There's not. So that would have been used for storage. I mean, I'm not hauling a crew around, but there wasn't hardly any storage there. The rest of it would have had to be under that canopy thing that covers up, which is only a 4-foot bed. And somebody's going to come back and say, no, it's a 4-foot and 5-inch bed. Well, that's basically 4 foot, y'all. Come on. It don't even make 4.5. That's 4 foot. So I found out I was going to have to buy a 26 model. And the 26 models is getting up there over $40,000 because they're brand new. I couldn't buy an older 2026 unless I wait 2 or 3 years, and I don't have 2 or 3 years to wait. I needed the truck this year. So then I got to looking around while I was on the Hyundai lot, and I said, you know what? These Santa Fe's, they got a 2.5 turbo in them, and they haul a little bit more. It's the same chassis as the Santa Cruz. They said they stretched the Santa Cruz out, but I looked at them sitting on the lot, and trust me, folks, there's more storage room in the Santa Fe. It's longer. They can say they stretched out the wheelbase, but the box, because the tailgate is so thick and all of that, everything, you can haul more than that Santa Fe. I promise you, you can. You can let all the seats down. So then I got to looking at them, and then I come home and researched them, and guess what? I'll tell you what about the Santa Fe's. They had the same piece of garbage transmission in them until 2026 that the others did. So it looks like I'm paying $44,000 for a Santa Fe or a Santa Cruz. And then I just said, you know what? I bought the wrong vehicle. I need to get. I'm going to tell you what I done. I took that Armada that I just bought less than 10 days ago as the recording of this, and I paid $12,500 for it. The Blue Book value on it's like $72. I needed it. I knew if I had to trade it, I was going to lose my ass. I took that yesterday to a Nissan dealer because I got to thinking, I've got this NV. I had an NV 3500 before I had this 2500. Didn't have a bit of trouble with the 3500 until the lady turned off right in front of me and wiped me and the man out. Is one reason why I'm retiring, because I hurt so bad. My back is still messed up. Even after 2 discs replaced in my neck, I've got 4 ruptured discs in my lower back and some other issues going on in my back. I had a concussion. I'm having bad head problems and sight problems and hearing problems. I got whacked pretty hard. Anyway, I love that van. That's why I bought this other one. It was a 2500. It wasn't quite the van, but it had the same motor and it still pulled a load. I bought the Armada. It had the same motor, and I believe it would have pulled a load. I never pulled a load because I just went and traded it in yesterday. I decided to get something tough enough to pull a trailer sometimes, but small enough to save me on gas. So what did I do? And I'm about, like I said, I'm about to clean this one up and get ready to sell it. Great van. I mean, if you got a business, you can make your money off of it, but I can't work enough to make the money it's going to take to make this thing. Maybe your insurance won't be as high. Now, I'll tell you, I do have a speeding ticket here and there, so that probably made my insurance a little higher, but my insurance is less than half on the other vehicles I've been getting. So, anyway, I went and traded the Armada in for this guy. This is a Nissan Pathfinder. It's got a V6, so it's somewhere in the middle. It's not a 4-cylinder, it's a V6. It'll pull more than those little Santa Cruzes or the Santa Fe's. They pull about 4,500 pounds. This one's rated to pull 6,000 pounds. This will pull that. It's got the why are my lights on? That's weird because I'm getting close to it. Now here's the problem with it. Now it's all-wheel drive, so it'll handle better. It's a Platinum. It's got more crap on it. It's going to take me a year to figure it out. This baby's got all the bells and whistles, and the plywood comes in. I mean, it's got not just heated seats, not just a heated steering wheel. It's got air-conditioned seats. It blows cold air and keeps you chilled, and you need it because that's black upholstery. It's black. It's kind of two-tone, black and dark brown. It's about to start raining on me, but this thing will do all kind of stuff that I got to program and turn off. I don't like too much technology, but anyway, so I've got the back row of seats down. But I still don't want to mess this up because we're going to use this. I might not work but another year or two, and I want to protect it. So I'm putting my plywood in here, and then I'm going to dress up the plywood where it'll look a little better. And I can still work out of this right here. I've still got room to haul part of my stuff up here in these seats. I just ordered some seat covers off of Amazon because I don't want to mess up. These are nice seats. This thing's in pretty good shape. This is a 2023. And it had 29,000 miles on it, and it was a lease. It's got a console that goes right here, but I took it out. It seems like I might be able to step in there and get to my, I'm going to have some totes and stuff and my other tools back there, and I'm going to put a little cover here, even with the upholstery covers I'm going to put on here. I'm going to put something to kind of protect this in case I put something heavy like an autoclave in here. I do not want to mess this baby up. This will be a nice ride if I take care of it. And yes, I don't care for white, but this is pearl white. I know you can't tell it on a cloudy or rainy day. And on top of the pearl white, it has a black top. So it's white and black, which is one thing I'm working on in my liner back there. And it's got a humongoloid sunroof, moonroof, whatever you call it in it. Got like 6 or 7 driving modes. This got all the bells and whistles because it's platinum. This is a nice ride, so I got to take care of it though. But yesterday when I traded that $12,000 Armada in, I lost my ass royally, and I knew I was, but I can't turn around and sell a gas guzzler with 139,000 miles on it. I knew I was going to lose my ass when I went over there, but it's easier than trying to sell it. They started to try to give me $5,000 for it to start with, and I had to cry like a baby to get it up to about $6,500. Like I said, the value on it, the base value is like $7,200, so I quit with that. And I spent $1,500 on tires and wiper blades and some other things I put in it. That was dumb on my part, but this one kind of meets it in the middle. I'm going to get better gas mileage, cheaper insurance. I got my payments back down a little bit. And it's going to be, we can go on vacations. This will be a nice ride to take anywhere I want to go. And like I said, fuel mileage will be better. Well, let's see how this works out. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to cut my piece of plywood now because it is sprinkling pretty good. I'm going to see if I can cut it. I'm going to cut some plywood. I'm going to see. I've got some stuff to cover this with where it don't just look like bare bones in there. I think I got a little idea. If I can get all this done between today and tomorrow, I'll show you what we're doing. And yeah, I think it's cool. I do like to modify stuff. You know, I kind of got to suit it to my needs. Call it Southern Fried Knowledge or call it what you want. This was a solid piece here. I sawed all that out where I could put my toolbox in here. I put that on there where that toolbox will slide out, but that toolbox that's not in here right now weighed 75 pounds. So I'm doing away with that and switching over to a tool bag and a backpack. All this stuff's been heavily modified. I put that hole in there, made this outside so I can slide. You can put a 6-foot ladder in there. All kind of modifications. I put that stuff up there for all my little storage bins, storage boxes. So that takes care of that stuff. I cut the sides back off of these. I might have showed that before. Trimmed it so it would fit closer to the wall. When they put it in there from the factory, these things were sitting way out here, and there was a giant gap back there. I put a back on it and took them out and cut them. Cut the whole back of that thing out, shortened the shelves up a little bit, but it fits in there a lot better. And I put all these lights in its headliner. So I'm going to have to put the Avery touch on that Pathfinder Platinum and get it like I want it. Looks like I'm going to have to put the Avery touch and pull this stuff back in here because it's about to start raining, y'all. I don't even know if I can cut that plywood right now. And I'm cutting it with a freehand skill saw. Maybe I can get it to won't cut as good. Here was the console that was in that thing. I took that out, just a little center console. That way I can step between those two captain chairs and get to the back. How about these little storage totes I found when I was buying storage totes? Ain't they the cutest thing you've ever seen? And you can't put nothing in them but a pair of gloves. But I thought they were so cute, I just had to buy me a couple of them. It was like $2 or something a piece. I got like 6 of these. I'm trying to take all the stuff out of there and store them in this somewhere till we get time to sort all my tools out. And some of that stuff that's in the middle of the van and up there toward the front is the stuff that's going to go back in the Pathfinder. I've got 2 totes and some other toolboxes and stuff, and that tool bag, all that stuff I'm going to be working out of. But the rest of it that's in the van, I don't hardly ever use, so I can keep that somewhere else. Can keep it out here if I ever get this stuff here picked up. Got somebody buying 5 of these chairs and 8 units. Probably mentioned that before, but that's going to be happening next week, I hope. So y'all stick around. Thanks for watching this one. If this is all of it, this is Avery working in the rain and getting wet, and I get back to y'all later. Stick around and see what I can get all these tools and vans and vehicles swapped. And it's a slow process, but it's coming together, and I still got to do my taxes. I did oh, let me show you something here. I had bought something when I thought I was keeping my NV. I thought I was buying a hood ornament. You should see the size of this thing. I'm going to spin it here. Look at this hood ornament. I ain't figured out what I'm going to do yet. Look at that. Is that not bad to the bone? It is a dragon. I'm going to put him some red eyes in there or something. But it's like a handmade or molded or some such. I'm not sure exactly how they done that. That looks bad to the bone. That's pretty big to be putting on the front of a vehicle, huh? This will be utilized somewhere. It's not going on my van. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. This can be edited or not. And it yeah. What would that look like? Yeah, I'd be gangster coming down the road with this on the hood, wouldn't I? That won't even sit there for demonstration purposes. Look at that. It was supposed to have went on this one. It would make more sense on this one because this is a bigger hood and all. That do look kind of bad, don't it? Look at that. But sadly, folks, it's not going to happen. Not at this time. Thanks for watching. That's all I got right now. Bye and see ya, and I'm getting wet.